Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome once again to a live stream. You may recognize Mark Hayward from a previous chat, but more importantly, you may recognize him because he is closely approaching the 500th. Need echo on this, really. Hang on, let me do this. The 500th episode of his Business Growth Talks. Wait, I mean, you've been doing them since when? When did
So it
you
was
start?
December 2017. I started all that time ago,
Wow.
and I started as a solo episode, just me practicing on the microphone, getting used to speaking. I was starting to do more of sort of presentations and sort of talks. So I decided to just find a topic, research it, turn on the microphone, record it, and then release it. So if you listen to some of the early stuff, it's not very good, but it's all a learning curve for when you're doing a podcast or something of that sort of medium.
How long does it take to build your audience with this sort of thing?
Oh, it takes a long time. The best way of being able to do for like hints and tips for a new podcaster is really promote it and try and get on new and noteworthy on Apple Store. That really catapults the show. But because my show for the first, I don't know, I think it's about the first 80 episodes, 60 to 70 episodes was only solo stuff. I wasn't really looking to build a massive audience. So it takes consistency. It means that you have to turn up every week, at least once a week, and be able to share content. And it's growing really nicely. The YouTube channel is actually doing super well at the moment. The growth on that is incredible at the moment. So we started from a very low level on YouTube, but I'm very proud that in the last sort of 4, 5, 6 months we've been able to grow the YouTube channel really well.
So when you started this out, it was never with the intention of reaching that mass audience.
No.
But here we are, as we're racking up, rolling on to the 500th. Guys, I don't know if you appreciate, that's a lot of time. 2017.
Yeah.
Can we talk about some of the, perhaps if you think back, some of the highlights from previous episodes?
So the first interview that I did with a friend of mine called Andy Arter, I went to his house and we recorded the video and the audio there. That's definitely a highlight of mine. That was I was learning on the job as such, so I was very much finding my feet there. Another highlight is meeting my now business partner for my podcast booking service, George McGarren. We had him on a couple of times, and we've grown and grown into a wonderful relationship of friendship as well as a business partnership. I had a guy that I had on a couple of times called Massio Jordan, and he's a super brain. He's run 3 successful businesses in 3 different industries and exited all of them. That was definitely a highlight of mine. But even some of the solo stuff, like I did a series called Mindset Monday for once a week for several months, and that was fun. That was like having a theme and sort of thinking about different ideas about mindset. That was a lot of fun to record, and I enjoyed doing that. So yeah, there's lots of highlights through that I've done through 500 episodes, and it is still quite rare for shows to get to 500. Most shows finish between 50 and 100.
I did a podcast series for, gosh, it was over a year and a half, and that petered out. And that was with me and a young lady, and talking about modern life and
Right.
how to recover from it. And we got lovely hits in the middle of it, but then it sort of petered off. It's amazing. It's such such an achievement to get to 5 runs.
Thank
But
you.
guys, under normal condition, your episodes are not live, are they?
No, they're all recorded. They're all then edited and curated for the podcast on the YouTube channel. I've never ventured too much into live streaming because I kind of feel that I can on the platforms that I use stream it onto other platforms, but I've always enjoyed interviews and conversations when they're edited well and they're sort of tight. I love this live streaming that you've invited me to, Gareth, and it's making me think about how I can incorporate it into some of my episodes. But yeah, I
Watch out, folks. Yours truly might pop up somewhere on a live episode. With who knows?
yeah,
But no, it's good that it's infecting you with a new idea. But 500 shows, Mark. Wow. So look, let's cut to the chase. The reason why we're doing this live today, the reason why it's important that we impress upon you how cool that what we're doing is today is because they're going to be people. You can see the backdrop, lots of people, and the people are coming to this so that they can take part in an event. Yes, it's the 500th one, so really, it's quite an achievement. But most importantly, you can be there. Yes, you
yes.
can, guys. Can you see down the bottom? There's a little bit of a ticker going on. Um, Mark, it's going to be slightly different to a normal show, isn't it?
Yeah, so the show's about growing and scaling businesses and being able to have business owners talk about how they've gone through those steps to be able to grow and scale. But because it's the 500th episode, because it's a live event in Hammersmith on the 17th of May in London,
In
it,
in 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 a TV studio. I mean,
well,
it's
yeah, it's Riverside Studios, which is the old BBC studios. There's news. There is Doctor Who was made there. There is legacy and in the walls. It's absolutely an amazing venue, and but we're going to do something slightly different. It's going to be more of a entertainment feel rather than a pure sort of business show. So you Gareth, you're going to be our warm up act. Your band Encrypted Love are going to be starting the event, which is really
myself
fun.
and myself and Indra. Indra Red is my partner in the band. We are going to be hopefully getting your feet tapping, bouncing along. Our music is all about positivity and growth
Right.
and moving ahead in a positive manner, recognizing great stuff that's around you. I think that's part of the problem with modern life. Nobody stops for 10 seconds to see what the good stuff is around them.
Yeah.
They're all desperately trying to plow forward. So we're doing a bit of that. Now you've also got, am I right, a magician too?
Yes. So I brought in Neil Edwards, who was introduced to me, and I just thought it was an interesting angle to move away from the traditional podcast, because I've been to a few podcast shows. I've seen some of them and they're very formulaic on the show as a whole, but I wanted to do something different, and so Neil is going to be doing a set just before the interval, and he's going to do a an interesting sort of Derren Brown style mentalist sort of
Ooh.
just set. So yeah, it's just to be able, it kind of think of it as business growth talks as a light version. It's just a dumbed down but in a positive way that we have
But
been
we're
able to do.
celebrating, right?
Yes, exactly. It's a celebration, and I've got friends, I've got family, I've got colleagues, I've got people that from advertising that people are coming along. So I'm so excited to be doing that live show with the people around me that want to support me and sort of find out more about the show. So I'm really excited for it. Alibi a little bit nervous, and that's kicking in because it's only a few days away now. But yeah, we're trying to do something different to be able to, the element that isn't usually in the show is that entertainment side, which I want to bring through on the night and make sure everyone who leaves the event has had a really interesting, inspiring, as well as entertaining evening.
So the whole point of this 500th show, as I said, is to celebrate. Uh, but
Yes,
also, can you tell me a little bit more about who you're actually going to be on the podium? Oh, well, not on the podium,
on
behind
stage.
the table on the stage.
Yeah. So on the night we've got Rebecca Harbrow, who is a financial advisor. She's been growing her business really strongly, and she's bought businesses as well. So she is fantastic. We've got Gerard Edwards, who is the CEO of Podcast Radio, which is a DAB radio, a radio station that has now been expanding to the US and Australia, which has
Wow.
podcasts on the radio. He's a great guy, a great friend of mine. Then we've got Neil Edwards, the magician, and then after the interval, we've got Louis Halpin, who's a very dear friend of mine, and he's going to be talking about AI. He's going to do like a TED Talk style AI chat. And then lastly, we've got Jonathan J, who is the headline act, who is who he has bought and sold more businesses probably than anything else, like anything very insignificant that we've had that you think. And he's just bought them, he's built them together, grouped them together, and sold them off. He's done things like children's nurseries he bought through the pandemic, so hopefully he's going to be talking about that. But yeah, we're going to be talking about things that inspire people, what kind of advice you've been given on what's the best piece of advice you've been given on the evening. And it's just really, so hopefully getting to know a little bit about their businesses, but equally a little bit about the people behind the businesses as well.
So, guys, we've got a special offer. For if you can find Mark Hayward or myself on LinkedIn, and we don't hide our lights under a bushel. So if you look for Gareth Wax Many Purple Hats, or better still, type Gareth Wax Inspiration and say, I want one. Also, all you've got to do is send me a message, I want one. Then what I'll do is I'll make sure you get a half price ticket. So you can actually come. Now, what's the normal price on a ticket to come?
So the pricing of the tickets is £15.
£15. So you could get in there for just over £7.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a very interesting, fun time. There's going to be music. There's going to be a little bit of mayhem. There's going to be a touch of magic. And there's going to be some excellent talks. You're hearing about AI and perhaps make the ones of us who are quaking in our boots about how Skynet is around the corner, perhaps a little bit less worried. But we can hear about success. We can hear about amusing stories and anecdotes from people who have successfully bought and sold and are building current businesses. And lastly, we're going to hear about the whys and wherefores of how you can expand that business and make it successful, even through a pandemic. Mark, I'm looking forward to it. Is there anything else that we need to know before we commit ourselves?
It's just really, if you're looking for a good night out on this Friday and you're looking to be inspired, educated, as well as entertained, I think it's hopefully going to be a great event. I've worked a long time on this. It's been a labor of love all of this year. I started the idea just on the 2nd of January, and we've built from there. If anyone, as Gareth said, message us on DM on LinkedIn. We are very happy to give you half price tickets if you DM before the event, and I'd be very happy to do that. But yeah, it's just, I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be, as you said a couple of times, it's a celebration of the fact that I've been as consistent as I have as with myself as a podcaster, and I'm just super excited and can't wait for it.
So just so you get clarity, the venue takes a 100 odd in total. It's not a vast thing, and we're already in the 60s. So, I mean, there's got to be a cutoff point. So, guys, I would, dare I say it, roll up, don't delay, because this ain't going to happen again. At least not until the 1000th episode, eh, Mark?
Well, a friend of mine wants me to do it every year, but I've said to him, I've drawn the line. I said, let me get through Friday. Give me a couple of days to sort of recover and sort of reflect on it, and we'll see. But at the moment, this is a one-off occasion because it's the 500th episode. There's no plans currently to do this annually or do this on a regular basis. So this could be your one opportunity to be able to be part of my show and be in the audience of my show of that 500th episode.
Guys, thank you very much for attending. I see there's been a whole flurry of people floating in and out. I would say to you, if this strikes a chord with you, grab the metal, book yourself in, and I'll see you there. My band Encrypted Love, which is me and Indra Red, will be hopefully entertaining you for a good 40 minutes or so. You're going to have a magician there. You're going to have some absolutely star turns as far as podcasting is concerned, some podcasting royalty, no less. And also we're going to leave it with a positive, happy note as we come towards there's hump day. We're coming towards hump year, aren't we? June just round the corner. So just come along, be part of the joy, and I can't wait to see you there. Mark, any last words before I wind this up?
No, just thank you, Gareth, for all of your support. I'm super pleased that you're coming to perform on the night as well. So big thank you to you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on your live stream as well. I really do appreciate you and what you've done to promote this. And yeah, don't delay. You don't want to miss out on the ticket if they start selling out. So do it today, and you can either go on the link that's below or DM either me or Gareth, and we'll get you some half-price tickets.
Fantastic. So, guys, it's been an honor. I met Mark a few years back, I think, when he hadn't got to quite the dizzying heights that he's got to now. I don't think you'd even thought about having a full-on live show.
No, I
you'd have
definitely
probably
hadn't
fallen
been
over. You'd have fallen over if someone had suggested that's what you should be doing. And here you are. Here he is. It's going to be, I think, eye-opening and really entertaining. I think that's what we look for on a Friday night.
Yeah,
eye-opening and entertaining, the two great things you can't help but smile and enjoy. Look forward to seeing you there. Remember, have a wonderful rest of the week, and of course, great mental health. Bye-bye now.
Bye.